So again, welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand. True Blue Thai here from Thailand. I hope you're doing well. It is one put here in Thailand, which is Wednesday. Another cloudy day, another windy, very windy day. And yeah, here in Thailand, 27 degrees, very cold compared to what we normally have. I know, my friend contacted me from England yesterday and we said it was 6 degrees in the UK, and I'm like, oh Christ. But yeah, 27 and it's cold. And yeah, so the humidity is not there, and yeah, so it just feels really cold. And yeah, so for instance, I'm sleeping with a blanket on. You know, normally I sleep just in a pair of shorts, but now I'm sleeping with a blanket on, so and a t-shirt and a blanket. So for instance, and it's yeah, so it's just continuing. It's really strange. Anyway, so but enough of that. I'll be doing well. It's welcome back to Man City 24. Do this every single day for about 20 minutes or so, and talk about Man City, either men, ladies, or whoever, and then for instance all Man City, and yeah, so for instance even during the international breaks, I do this every single day. So for instance, you're welcome actually to join me. Even ask me a question. You can ask me a question about Thailand if you're coming over to Thailand, or you've got pure questions about Thailand and how things are going over there in Thailand. So that's fine. But anyway, so and I'll always tell you the truth. So for instance, unlike a lot of these channels now, and a lot of it's Falang time in Thailand, it's high season, and you're getting a lot of foreigners coming over here. And oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do is start a YouTube channel. There's like a million, especially in Pattaya, which is south of me. So for instance, sorry, north of me. I'm in the south. Anyway, so but yeah, I'm in Jomtien. Anyway, so even though people call it Pattaya, it's not actually Pattaya really. Anyway, let's move on. City24, last 24. So they got to be the end of now. What's it called? The end of the international break, or the international teams, etc. They've all had a lot of the qualifyings have been completed now. England qualified, Netherlands qualified, Germany qualified. Denmark and Scotland played a hell of a game yesterday, and even though I've got a bit of a soft spot for Denmark, etc., because I lived there for about 10 years, they qualified yesterday to Scotland for the first time in, God, that was the last time. I remember Argentina in 1988 or something. Was it 1998? Where, for instance, they had to beat the Netherlands, and Archie Gemmell running through, and yeah, so for instance, but yeah, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see the home nations qualifying. It really is. It's well, always nice to see, and regardless, so I'm also part Irish as well. So for instance, my parents were Irish, so I'm nice to see the Republic qualifying as well. I think the Republic are qualified, and yeah, so for instance, in Scotland qualified because my surname is Scottish with Irish, Scottish, and then but the Scottish, the person who went over to Ireland, and it's something to do with blah blah blah. So, but yeah, anyway, so but yeah, I've got a what's it called? A emblem as well. For instance, what's it called with my name as well? A tartan as well. A tartan for my last name. So yeah, pretty good. Anyway, so very interesting. I was there for half my night. It was absolutely superb. But yeah, so congratulations to Scotland over Denmark again. For instance, I've got my daughter was from Denmark. I lived in Denmark for 10 years, so that was a hell of a game. So 4-2, and scoring a goal in the last minute, etc. For instance, in the from the halfway line is being Kasper Schmeichel, etc. Former City goalkeeper with his father, who was still pretty bitter, if you ask me, and about United and everything. So, but yeah, so yeah, so well done. So well done, Scotland. Talk about bitter. Yeah, what's it called? There was another bitter. The overlap yesterday. They had Wayne Rooney on with Carragher, for instance, and I don't know how MCFC lads what's it called keeps his cool there. It would I just don't know. And they were still bitter about what's it called, the Aguero goal and the Man City, how the Man City beat QPR, for instance, that night, that weekend, that day. And I was there, what's it called, and I was upset. I was upset because I went to the City Salford derby, for instance, when Vincent Kompany nodded it in. I didn't go for the 6-1 because I had my daughter over from Denmark, but I was in the airport pub For instance, we're watching the first half and then went up to the Etihad Stadium, etc., where there was a lot of Blues there. For instance, watching that game, and that was a hell of a game. It really was, and what's it called? Great celebrations when we beat them 6-1, and so that was brilliant. And then, for instance, I was at Wolves and City winning at Wolves, but we were watching the United game, and United were winning 4-0, 4-2 or something like that, and then they got it back to 4-4. And then I remember I was watching it again. I was at a game, etc., and it was a home game, etc., and United lost to Wigan or drew with Wigan. And so, for instance, so it was because they were so far ahead of us in that time, and it was just. So far ahead of us in the Premier League, and the mere fact that, for instance, Man City caught up and actually, so when United can sit there and moan about the last day against the QPR, it wasn't regardless, even though there were ex-City players there, playing for QPR, it was supposed to be possession. Zabaleta went 1-0 up, and believe me, we went 2-1 down, and I thought we'd missed it. And when Chinchenko, what was his name? We made it 2-2. I did not cheer. I was sat there going, I was so upset. I was so upset with that. And people were leaving, and then for instance, I was actually in that. I was on level 1, and I saw the throw-in, for instance, and they did not want Man City to win, and even though they knew they were safe, etc., apart from the goalkeeper, I don't think he knew, and a few other players didn't know they were safe. But regardless, they didn't want they wanted to win, or at least not well. I wouldn't say they wanted to stop Man City from not winning, etc. But they wanted, for instance, so they didn't want to lose, just to be 100% certain. You just can't really, regardless of what Mike Dean says, you can't really say that Man City in any way, whatever, or QPR in any way, in that Aguero goal, etc. was just, came out from the blue. It really did. It was a pass from Balotelli to Aguero. He skipped it, and he could have gone down for a penalty, for instance, but he didn't. And he's got the famous goal, etc., for instance. So it's got nothing to do with the fact that QPR gave us the game, because you could not predict that. You absolutely could not predict that. And United lost the Premier League title that season because they were so far ahead. And the reason why they lost the Premier League season is because they bottled it. The Man City beat them. The Etihad beat them at 6-1 at Old Trafford. So Wayne Rooney, you're just a bitter man. And for instance, and regardless, and I'm sure idiots will watch the overlap and agree and talk about that, but no chance. And I followed Man City all the season. We didn't think we were too many points behind. And when I couldn't believe the Wigan result, I couldn't believe when the Everton result, I couldn't believe, and Man City just kept on winning and kept in points. And when we did the double over United, etc., with Vinny Company, I was there. And it was it was a well-deserved win, and so for instance, I had to go away from the the celebrations and everything, because I still couldn't believe even today that we've still won that 93-20. I still didn't believe. But anyway, so let's move on from there. So Wayne Rooney, stop being so bitter. The man of the moment, Jeremy Doku, had another great game yesterday. For instance, so he appears that, for instance, he played against Liechtenstein. They won 7-0. I just seen the highlights. Jeremy Doku scored the second and the third goal. And he stayed for the full 90 minutes. Let's just read through it. Jeremy Doku scored twice and assisted another Belgium, confirming their place in the next World Cup. Next summer's World Cup. The City wing in international for his club scored 2 superb goals as the Red Devils, as they call them something else, thrashed Liechtenstein 7-0 in Liège. Only shock, only a shock defeat Group J placement side could deny Belgium automatic qualifications, but Han Varkanen headed the hosts ahead just after 3 minutes and set the tone for the evening. Doku's first game came on the night on the 33rd minute and receiving the ball in acres of space in the box before hitting a low crisp shot past keepers to make it 2-0. A lot of players would have missed that, you know, for instance, yeah, even though he was on his own, yeah, you could say that, for instance, and how many, it's the way he's placing the balls now, for instance, he's just in superb form at the moment. 7 minutes later, City winger scored a superb in second individual goal, beating a number of Liechtenstein players before rasping a powerful shot that flew into the bottom corner. Yeah, great goal, absolutely superb goal. He's just his confidence at the moment is amazing. Brandon Metcher made it 4 on the 53rd minute, and then yeah, they couldn't continue to win. I'm not going to go through them. That was a signal for Doku's evening to end on the 71st minute playing, with no more goals scored on the night. So yeah, so that was good. So he's on his way back to Manchester. So they're off. Wales going into the playoffs. So that's fine. So they got a chance to get there. Elsewhere, Reigan Healey. I forgot about Reigan Healey. I thought it was only Jeremy Doku playing once to go to the internationals, but Reigan Healey got a vital matches minutes under his belt as Algeria continue to earn the African Cup of Nations build-up. The City left back was part of the defensive unit that kept a clean sheet in a 2-0 friendly win over Saudi to Saudi Arabia. The exit forward Riyad Mahrez put the Algerians ahead from the penalty spot from the 75th minute, and Rafik Beghali added a second and 10 minutes later. Khusanov didn't have a good game. What's the goal? Was shown a straight red card in Uzbekistan's friendly with Iran. The City defender utilised at the right back was dismissed on the 69th minute in the game. His nation won on penalties as Hadid bin Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. Right, yeah, the thing is, he was actually sold a pass short. So, for instance, and he went in and unfortunately caught the guy. And so, so it's not his fault, basically, really. He was just sold a pass short. The England U21 maintained their unbeaten start in Europe, beating Slovenia 4-0. Rico Lewis played the 71st minute, 78 minutes for the game and claimed one assist, while Divine Muzampa, on loan at Stoke, scored twice on the 18th minute, 87th minute. And Divine Muzampa, and I forgot to talk about him, he actually scored a hat-trick. What's it called for Stoke? They love him over there, they really do. He's doing a great job for Stoke, and so yeah, he's you know, and he's going to be a great player. So, but another one of our loanees, Matt Alidney, also banked 78th minute before being replaced. When Nouri and Josh King were also on target for Lee Carsley's side. So in £9 on loan at Middlesbrough, played a full 90 minutes. Norway under 21s 1-0 away victory. And final, England's under 21 dream is over. The Young Lions were beaten 4-0 by Austria in the quartet round 16. City's Dayton Hadley, Harrison Mills, Reigan Healey, Caden Braithwaite all started for the game, and Ryan Alt-Nouri came off on the bench. Okay, so well done to them, and commiserations to England there. So, but yeah, so Doku has been absolutely amazing form. So, and got some of his stats here. So let's have a look and see how he played. But no, he's absolutely brilliant, and it's great to have him back. So we'll against Newcastle. So so he's probably nailed on start there. So especially with the way he's playing at the moment. So yeah, right. Okay, so let's have a look at his stats. So Jeremy Doku, goals 2, assists 1. Yes, he got an assist actually playing that guy through. 68 touches, 39 accurate passes, 87% packing accuracy, which is good for a winger. 11 ground duels won most, 8 touches in the opposition box, 7 successful dribbles most, 4 was fouled most, 3 passes in the final third, 2 shots on target, 2 clearance chances created, 1 recovery. So well done, Jeremy Doku. Yeah, he's approaching himself. Yeah, me. Yeah, you are, Jeremy. You are the man at the moment. You really are the man in the middle. So yeah, Reigan Healey at the FIFA under 17s, 5 matches, 60.6 minutes paid contribution, 4 goals, 3 assists, 24 ground duels, 14 shots, 9 successful dribbles, 7 key passes, 5 5 was fouled, 3 big chances created. So well done, Reigan Healey. And you've got a brother, isn't he? Sammy is, and a great father. Yeah, Rico Lewis 1 assist, 61 touches, 50 accurate duels, 98% passing accuracy, 4 ground duels, 1, 2 clearances, 2 clean passes, 2 dribbles, 1 foul, 1 accuracy on ball, and 1 big chance created. So you know, good for him. Yeah. So, but apart from that, yeah, it's a bit upsetting regarding that. David Bernardo Silva and Rodrigo has had a chat. So I want to have a listen to that and see what they've got to say towards each other. Big Joe Corrigan, just want to give you a shout out. How I'm old am I? 77th birthday, Big Joe. Just received his his medal from the King, which is and he was very, very happy for that. So well done, Big Joe. Remember you very, very well at Man City. And me giving some heather with Helen with the bell, ding 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 ding. Yeah, and when I was a junior blue. So, yeah, well done, Big Joe. Let's move on to the ladies. So, 4 Man City players have been included in the England squad for the upcoming international break. The England ladies have got 1 more international break like the men. Clara Keating, Laura Blinken-Brown, Grace Clinton and Lauren Helm have all been selected by Sarah Wigman ahead of the friendly with China and Ghana. The Lions will welcome Andrea Mirkovic's side to Wembley Stadium on the 19th of November. And blah, 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 blah. So yeah, and then we'll go to Ghana. Not go to Ghana. We'll go to the St Mary's and play Ghana on the 2nd of December, and then hopefully that's the end of that. So of the international break. The inclusion of Keating, Brown, Clinton, Hemp follows another strong period for the Barclays Super League performances by City, where we're extending our winning streak to 8 straight top flight matches. So yeah, so not only England men can actually do 8 straight, so can the the Man City ladies. So a victory over United was the latest one of of these, where Hem scored a third and a 3-0 successive at the Etihad Stadium. So wonderful. It was a fantastic run of form, seeing Andrew Yegelitz, say the name, side climb to the division summit ahead of the international break after collecting 24 points from the first 9 matches of the team. Staying close to Man City, yeah, so absolutely superb. Congratulations. Yeah, so well done, England aid for your call up. So that was good. Appears that, for instance, England under 23, the ladies under 23s will be placed against Norway. Will be at the Josie Stadium, which is good as well for the stadium and good for Manchester City's profile. So, but overall, excellent. So we've had a very good international break with City players scoring left, right, and centre. So yeah, brilliant, and also no injuries. Yay, that's the most important thing. No injuries. So there was rumours of Josko Gvardiol being injured, which we're hoping because he scored for Croatia. So, but it appears that was a load of garbage. But I think he was just brought off for precaution, not precaution because basically, again, why? But other than that, for instance, so Erling scored. Josko scored, Tiana scored, Doku scored, Omar scored. I'm sure I'm missing somebody out. For instance, yeah, amazing. So City players, like the City women, are still doing very well at the moment. So yeah, so reasons to be cheerful. Really looking forward to the weekend. We can prepare now for Newcastle. Our away match on Saturday, and also we've got the ladies also going away to Notts Forest in the League Cup. So I hope we can qualify for the next round of the League Cup. So guys, brilliant, all together, happy. So no, to Gabriel, I believe he's going to get out for at least 2 months for Arsenal. They're going to start crying about that soon, but I believe they've got the best squad in the world, so they shouldn't have an issue, but we'll see. And as one of these ugly caterpillars are climbing between my legs, I don't want to get bitten. But I'm going to get going, so I'm going to love you and leave you. So True Blue Tie, I'll be back tomorrow. Story Cap, can Svadi Mai, hope you do, wing well, and I'll speak to you soon.